What would you do if your partner consistently prioritized everyone and everything over you, especially after you've sacrificed so much for your shared life? In today's story, the protagonist's choice is a masterclass in how to handle it. Story begins. Narrator: My name is Olivia, and I'm a pediatric ICU nurse. I work around 50 hours a week, and let me tell you, that shit is hard. I cry at least once a week because of it. Not hours of sobbing, just a moment in a supply closet to collect myself before getting back to my little patients who I love so much. Every single bill we have, from rent to groceries, is paid by my salary. My husband, Liam, is 25. He has a degree, but he's not actively looking for a job. He works 2 days a week at a grocery store, and the rest of his time, he spends it playing League of Legends. This past Saturday was supposed to be a good day. I had been begging Liam for weeks to swap his Saturday shift so we could finally have a day off together. We hadn't had a single weekend together since our wedding, which was 18 months ago. This Saturday was supposed to be our first. We even planned to go to an animal sanctuary, but Liam started the day by going to breakfast with his best mate, Noah. He left before I even woke up. I woke up around 9 a.m. and realized he wasn't home. I called him, and he told me he was helping Noah set up some lights. He then casually added that the weather was too rainy for the animal sanctuary anyway. Liam finally got home around 1 p.m. He just lay around, played some video games, and promised we would cook dinner together that night. Then, at 5 p.m., he left again to help Noah with something else. Narrator: This reveals Liam's greatest fatal flaw, his utter disregard for Olivia's feelings and their shared plans, which ultimately sealed his fate that evening. I decided to go grocery shopping. I don't drive due to medical issues, but I walked to the store and back, even in the rain. When I got home, I realized I'd left my keys inside. I called Liam, knowing he was only 5 minutes away. He said he'd leave in a minute. So, I sat there in the rain and the cold. Remember, it's the southern hemisphere, so it was winter. 45 minutes later, I called him again. He still hadn't left. Finally, he agreed to come and let me in. He drove up, pressed the clicker to let me into the garage, and then immediately left again. He didn't even come inside to check on me. At 10 p.m., I called to see where he was. Noah answered the phone. He said Liam was driving out to do something an hour away. It was 10:30 p.m. I was going to bed. I sent him a text message, telling him I was upset and didn't want to speak to him tonight, and that I'd rather he left me alone. As far as I was concerned, if he couldn't value me more than his best mate on the first day off we'd had together in a year and a half, he could go sleep in his own bed tonight. By the way, Noah doesn't work, so they hang out all the time when I'm at work. I knew he was going to be upset, and I knew he was going to tell Noah, and Noah was going to tell him I was being a bitch. Narrator: Many in the audience shared Olivia's frustration, with one commenter, Buckybird, stating, "That's not a husband, it's an overgrown child. If he can't spend one day with you in 18 months and chooses to spend that day with his friends, then kicking him out of the bedroom isn't going to change his behavior. He needs to start making you, his wife, a priority, or he needs to pack his shit and leave. I'm 26, and we weren't always like this. I don't know what changed. I'm fairly confident he's not having an affair, and I fully intend on talking this through, but at a time that isn't 4 a.m. Narrator: The overwhelming sentiment from the community was that Olivia was not in the wrong. Many echoed Rabbit92's comment, NTA. I'd ban him for more than one night. What kind of thoughtless behavior? Sounds like there are bigger issues surrounding his job too. Have you spoke to him about finding a full-time job? It's not fair that he's not pulling his weight. This story is a stark reminder that true partnership requires effort, communication, and mutual respect. What would you have done in Olivia's situation? And what do you think should be her next step?